What's up guys, and welcome to my channel Flame with a 4. In this video we are going to be doing Build the Terminator T-800 issue 71. So I've got my boy sitting here. He is attached to something up here. He's sitting down, so we can just work on his foot here. So I can't stand the bits that come in the previous issues, the little plastic tabs. I can't stand those. I've had to go and put the finger fix from Model Mods, which is just here. I've had to use these to put the toes together because they just look so much better. I'm going to be using these in this video, so if you want to just go ahead and use the steps, if you're following this for doing the plastic inserts, you can from my previous video. But as I go along, I am going to now be using the Model Mods finger fix inside here as well. This one doesn't need replacing. The one that has the screw that goes through doesn't need replacing. All it needs is a few washers in between there just to fill out the gap, and that is all that I've done on that. So I've just put them in there. So as you can see, there's a few washers in there, but we'll talk about that. This is the previous issues. We are doing issue 71. So let's have a quick look at what it wants us to do. We'll quickly go grab our pieces out, guys, and we'll be back in just a sec. So guys, something that's really exciting. It looks like we are going to be attaching the toes to the foot, because it looks like this would go in there. I'm only guessing here, but that's really exciting if we do get to install that. So I'm hoping that we do. So you want to make sure you got your pieces there. These are labelled up, so you want to mark 71-1 is foot part marked 4. So you need to make sure you get the right part. So this is number 4, which is just there. 71-2 is marked 5, so that is just there. And then it's going to be 4 and 5 again. So you want to make sure you get the right ones, because there are going to be two different ones. There are thicker ones and there are thinner ones. So make sure you get them right. Do your parts check off. Make sure your parts are there. Once you've done that, then you can continue with the build. So we're going to be making up the toes again like we did in the last one, but this one is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be using the Model Mods finger fix to do this. They will possibly come out with a toe fix as well, but I just want to get on and get these toes all made so that we have a whole kit ready to go. So I'm just going to talk you through how I've done mine and how I put them together. So the first thing it's asking us to do, it's asking for us just to take number 1, so 71-5, which looks like that. And then it is asking for us to take 71-1, and then the larger end needs to go at the end. So if you want to just double check what 71-1 is, you will have to just go back and then check. And 71-1 is foot part number 4, and that is the long one, the thin one that goes all the way down like that, not the one that has the piston looking bit on it. You want the one that's quite straight down. So that's number 4, and it says make sure that the bigger bit, the larger end, like that, because this is shaped, it's asking for that to be at the end. So you want to make sure that it goes in like that. With this is where the finger fix will come in place, because we're not going to be attaching them by the pieces. We are going to be attaching them by the finger fix. I don't know if you've seen the finger fix by Model Mods before, but they look like this. So you get an insert and a little screw. And then what the key thing is to do is just to start one of them off. You can super glue one of them in if you want to, but for now I'm just going to put it in like that, and then that goes through, and then another screw goes in, and then with the little rotation bits they hold in really well. So that's that. But for this one you don't need to worry about the screw, because they do provide you a screw for it, which is just here, which is already going to go in, and you will need to make sure you have an Allen key piece that fits well enough. So you should have got that in one of the kits, but just make sure this one is a VH2.0, so that's what that one is. Right, so you can go ahead and put that in, but what I want to do is I want to put 2 washers in at the bottom and then 1 washer in at the top, because you can fit 3 in there, and that tends to fill it out really nicely. 4 is too many without having to modify it, so just take 3 of the washers from the finger fix. All you need to do is just sit one on top of the other. So let's just do that now. So sit one on top of the other. So just sit that down there, like so. and then you just need to slide that over where it's got to go, and then the last one will slide in just underneath like that. And if you want to make sure it's straight, the best thing to do, I think, is get a screwdriver and then just line it up once you've got the washer through. Line it up and then just push it through and hold it all together with the screwdriver, because then you know the washers are straight. Once you pull the screwdriver out, it will hold in place. There you go. And then you can go and take your screw and just pop that in, and then your screwdriver. Oh, I already have one on the end. And your screwdriver, and then just wind that up nicely. There you go. You don't have to go all the way through, and then that fills the gap really well. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's really nice to fill the gap. So there's 3 washers in there. It holds on good. You want some flexibility, but you don't want it to wobble backwards and forwards, and it doesn't do that. So I find that that's fine. And here is one, obviously, because we're going to be making these up anyway. That's one there, and with the finger fix, look, you can see that everything is stiff how it should be, but also has the movement how it should do, and doesn't wobble around. So there we go. So what we need to do next is asking us to take 71-3. Again, you will just need to keep going back and checking to make sure that the pieces are right. So 71-3 is marked number 4 as well. So this one has like a little piston on it, and it says number 4, and it's saying for the piston side to be at the top. So it's saying for you to install that at the bottom so that the bigger side is at the top. And it's asking for you not to be able to see the logo there, so we're just going to have to switch that around, but that'll be fine. And then it wants us to put this one again into place over the top of that. So let's make sure we've got that around the right way. So now we have got it around the right way, it's fine. And so now that needs to just sit in the top there, and it needs to make sure that the piston bit is at the bottom like so. So the piston goes there. I call this the piston one because it's thicker and thinner, so, and then the straight one along there like that, and then it's asking for us to put them in. So as I said, for this I just want to go ahead and put in the ones with the washers, because I think that they're better. So all you do is you make up that little pin with the piece on the end, you push that through, you don't have to do it all the way up, and then you hold it like that, and as you can see it comes through with a thread. And then you just need to take another one, and then this is going to be fiddly, but I'll be able to get it in there and then do it up with the Allen key that comes with the Modern Mods finger fix. So just do that up. So just do it up, and then one side gets done up, and then you just go and do the other side up. If you want to, you can have one either side to make sure it's done up nice and tight. And then there you go. So that is, look how much better that looks with those as opposed to just a piece of plastic sticking through the end. It just looks like the Terminator should look like. So just giving it the justice it should have. Right, so we are going to get on to, we will build up the next one, but we'll probably just fast forward for doing that. What we need to do is just obviously explain everything that's going on. So the next thing that we need to do is going to be the end of the toe, which is 71-6. This is a little bit different because it goes in there nicely, but there is so much movement when you put the Modern Mods finger fix in place. So all you need to do is you need to just grind the inside of this, and then grind the inside of that one, and a little bit on there and a little bit on that side. And we have the grinder here, so we're going to just go ahead and grind that. And please make sure you wear goggles and do it in a safe environment, and do it somewhere you're not going to damage anything. Wear gloves if you can as well if you are going to be doing grinding, but you know, if you're not experienced and you want help, then obviously maybe take it to somebody that could do it for you. But it just needs, you can sand it if you want to. I did sand the previous ones, but the grinder was just so much quicker for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and grind them down quickly. And then once that's done, we will come back. So we're going to go do that now. So once you've done that, guys, and you've put the washer through the middle with that, once you've ground that down enough and you put the washer through, you just need to put through your insert and your Allen key piece that side. So then you should have a bit that sticks through like so. Oop, fell out, so there you go. But that just proves to you, you know what it is. So that's the little insert you get with the finger fix. That just goes through the middle there. This looks so much neater having a nice head like that on the end, I think, than a bit of plastic sticking out of the other side, which doesn't look great at all. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put this, I think that's the right size. No, let's go with the Allen key. So I'm just going to stick that Allen key on that end there and then do that up. Just tighten that up. And then what you might want to do is you might want to just put your Allen key piece the other side so you can tighten it up nicely. So this is the Allen key one. So just do that, slowly do that up. There you go. And then you can put the Allen key on the other side and then sort of like work, I don't know how you'd say it, kind of work to get towards, you know, one another. As you can hear, that's tightened it up lovely. There you go. And then once that's in place, now the toe is nice and tight on the end there. Absolutely fantastic, see that? So that is now made, and I think that looks so much better than, like I said before. So what we're going to do now is we're going to crack on and we're going to quickly go make the next one. So we'll put that together. So it's going to be the pretty much similar process, but what we need to do is we just need to use the number 5s instead. So let's just start putting it together now. So once that's all in line, guys, and you can see straight through there, what you want to do is you need to just take your made up section again from the finger fix, pop that through, because that'll fit through lovely. And then you just need to take your other side washer. For some reason these are not magnetic. It might be that they're not. I'm not sure why, but screw that up, make sure it's nice and level. There we go. And then screw the other side up, because you want to do it evenly if you can. And then you want to make sure, try and hold one side while you're doing up the other side. It's not easy, but it can be done. I tend to just hold the smaller section in place like that while I do up one side. There you go. So now that's in and it's all done up lovely and tight, and it's got like a nice, you know, tight movement on it, really stiff, and I like that about the toe, because toe shouldn't really be flopping around. So there you go. So guys, I've just done a test fit on the foot. If you want to know how the foot goes together, it's pretty simple. You just need to check which ones go where. So ones here, they will not go in because they need to be flush against the body of the Terminator, the cell. So that needs to be real flush there. So you will need to put a flush pin in there. Unfortunately, there's not really anything we can do to get away with that. So we'll just have to quickly go ahead and do that now, because when the toes all go together on here, they need to be flush with each other. So just show you what I mean. So you can do them on all the rest, just not the top ones with the big piston. You can't do it on that. So you just need to put your little insert back in there. So we'll just line that up, and then we'll just push that insert in like that. And then this, the one with the recess, just pushes into there like so. And then I'll just get a pair of pliers, do that up. And as you can see, now that's really flush there. So when they're all against each other on the foot, there won't be there won't be any bits that are sticking out. Only obviously the bits that we have here, but they're not going to be an issue for what we want to do. So for the toe bit, they're going to be absolutely fine. So if there's any excess sticking out the bottom, I just recommend taking the blade. I'll just show you hopefully so you can see, and then that'll be so much easier. Just get rid of any of the excess, because when these rubbing together you don't want that to touch. So once you've done that, guys, we'll just quickly turn over. It does show you kind of how it should go together, so it does really help when you're doing the foot, how it shows what should go where. So like 5 down to 1. 1 goes there. So 1. And 2 goes there. And then you want 3. Goes there. Oh, never too far. And then 4 goes there. And then number 5 goes there. And then you just screw that up. Make sure we've got the right Allen key piece. So that's held them all into place like that. And then you want to now bring them over. So just need to make sure, so the thread's that side, so that's fine. So again, we need to go in from that side again. So that's number 1. So start that off. Just do it this way now. So 1. 2. 2 and 3, 4 and 5. So go through there, screw that up until it's flush. And there's his little toes. So cute. And that's his little foot. So as you can see, the big toe's there, and then it kind of makes its way down into the smaller one. Although it's not level, and you can kind of make out how it goes. But it's really cool. Doing the magazine backwards here. So I'm just going to bring him a bit closer so you can see his foot. So there you go. So there you have it. So that's what it's like. So he's got all his toes in place now. Nice and strong. Just really like how they look, to be fair. Yeah, so once that is done, we folded the magazine, so let's have a quick look. Don't like to ruin the magazine for you, you guys know that already. But yeah, we're coming off the foot now, so it looks like we're done with the foot for now. And he's like reaching down to say, help me, my foot. I wonder if he could touch his toes, probably not. So So there you have it, guys. So in the next issue, we're going to assemble the first parts of the left arm. So we're going to start building the other side of him. I can't wait to do that with you. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.